Good morning, beautiful souls. Welcome to those of you who are just logging in for the replay. Hang tight with me. I logged in about 3 minutes early. As always, go ahead and say hello in the comments. I do come back and see who joined us for the replay. All right, good morning, everybody. So it's 1 minute to 7 a.m. and I do not see any viewers. If there's anybody logged on, will you just text me real quick? Just in case technology is failing like it did last week and you're here, but I'm not getting to see any viewers. I'm not sure what that's about. Periodically, Facebook decides to do that. All right, so I'm getting text messages. Excellent, thank you so much. I don't know what that's about, but I'm glad to know that you are here. So I'm just going to wait 1 minute, and if you would just put your 2-word comments in for me. I'll come back and I'll take the pulse, just see what your 2 words and your state of being are as we're starting today's Magical Monday. And since I don't get to know who's with me right now, which is totally fine. Okay, so today I'm going to start with a quick little activation for you. So I'm going to invite you to find a comfortable position to sit in. It's optimal if your feet are flat on the floor and grounding into the earth or the ground underneath you. And I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. And what I want you to do is start with 3 cleansing breaths on your own. A cleansing breath, you take it in full and fast and fill your lungs. Then you force it out. Do that 3 times. And those cleansing breaths are great to kind of reset your body's natural ability to recalibrate into a more natural state of being. Most of the time we're breathing very short and very shallow. And those 3 cleansing breaths sends a message to our brain to recalibrate back to our own natural breathing of our innate wisdom. So just recalibrate for a second. And I want you to think about, for a moment, I want you to put your focus on your heart. And I want you to feel your heart beating in your chest. I want you to put your mental awareness on your physical heart. And I want you to feel that heartbeat in your body. It's on autopilot. You're not doing anything to pump your breath or to pump your heart and pump the blood, and you're not doing anything. It's on autopilot that you breathe. It's pretty amazing divine setup there for the physical experience for the soul to have. And now I want you to put your awareness on your heart chakra sitting in the center of your chest cavity. And we've used this imagination or this visualization often. I want you to picture an emerald green ball of light the size of a golf ball slowly rotating in your chest cavity like a mirrored disco ball in a dance club. It's just moving very slowly. Now that you have that activated, I just want you to relax your body and listen to my words with your eyes closed for a moment. So I'm going to give you an analogy. It doesn't break down perfectly, but it'll give your mind something to think about that will be pointing to what I'm pointing to today. So we all know the word mode, right? It can mean many things in many different categories of conversation, but most of us know mode as an operational state for some type of technology. For instance, a printer. You can move it from black and white mode and flip it or toggle a switch or press a button and it goes to color mode. You can print the same document in either of those modes, right? Black and white will get the job done. Color will illuminate. It'll accentuate. It will draw more attention. It'll be slightly more impactful. You, in human form, have two modes. You have the mode to be in 3D, which is a lower vibrational frequency that we've all been living on this planet for multiple lifetimes. In that mode, we have all taken in the external information the best that we can. We've made sense of it the best that we can, and then we crafted a persona, a personality based on our understanding of external teaching and imprints. And we developed a way of being to survive the world in our little circle of influence. It's not a wrong mode. It's just black and white. It's very limited. You can toggle and shift modes by moving into what I'm going to start calling with you soul mode. That is the higher frequency version of you, living in the same body. The you is your eternal, energetic drop in the infinite ocean of one singular consciousness. When I'm talking about you in this physical body, that's the you I'm talking about. When we are in human mode, we think the you is our persona. We think the you or the me or the I is that persona. It's not. It's just a mode that you're operating in this bodysuit that you partnered with to have a physical experience for your non-physical eternal soul. In that same physical body, you can toggle between human mode in human form or soul mode in human form. As the frequencies get stronger and stronger, we have the capacity to live in soul mode in human form more regularly. As each portal continues to open, as our physical body has been being prepared to have the capacity to hold the frequency required in physical form for soul mode to operate most of the time, it's increasing daily. And this week, we are a week into the 1111 portal that opened that has expanded your capacity to live in soul mode in human form at the highest level possible. And that's only going to increase. In the November message, in the October message, we were given this awareness that we are coming into capacity to hold our, they call it, the elders called it, divine. Divine is the same as soul mode. Just FYI. We're going to start calling it soul mode for consistency. In soul mode, we have a divine confidence, competence, and courage that has been expanding since 2020, and it's at an all-time high. Soul mode is printer in color mode. And in that, we are bringing this capacity for confidence, competence, and courage to navigate in human form with 9 billion other soul modes in human form, experiencing the dismantle on this planet. If we navigate it in human form, we're going to navigate it through fear and misunderstanding and misinterpretation. If we navigate it through soul mode, which is at an all-time high and capacity to have the confidence and the competence and the courage to stay in that mode, you're going to have a much more vibrant experience. You're going to have a much more empowering experience. And the most important part is you're going to perceive what's happening in the dismantle from a very different vantage point. So there are 2 things in this message I want to highlight through the invitation of stay in soul mode as you listen to what I'm saying, and then challenge yourself to stay in soul mode as you go about your day. And the question is, how do I do that? I heard you. Question yourself. When you are in soul mode, your soul has the capacity to instruct that. That's why we've been playing with the invitation for 4 years now, since 2020. Show me what you'll show me. If you're not asking your higher frequency version of yourself to show me what you'll show me, now's a great time. Because that show me what you'll show me through this divine competence, confidence, and courage, it doesn't come necessarily with words you hear in your ear. They are subtle activations of instant knowing and understanding that has nothing to do with your human mode in 3D. Nothing to do with the filters and the imprints that you've been affected by that crafted your persona. Nothing. This intelligence can bypass that and bring you to a divine competence that you're surprised and amazed. Where did that come from? I'm recognizing now that my ability to paint has come from that as evidence to all of you of what's possible. I've also come to understand in meditation this week, this burning desire to paint portals is a divine acknowledgement and bringing forth physical representation to the third dimensional wounded personas with a visual presentation moving us to soul mode. It's all connected. This is super important, and there are 2 things I want to highlight for you today because I've received many questions. So the first thing I want to address is in that message that I sent out where it talked about shelter in. The message does not say you will be sheltered in for 3 months. It says prepare as if you will. Okay? There's a difference there. It does tell us there will be a mandate and we will be required to stay in, and we're being told stay in soul mode because you're going to witness people outside of functioning in soul mode that get resistant and angry and frustrated through all the imprints of their human experience. And we're being told, hey, this is for your highest good. Don't freak out. And by the way, just prepare like you're going to be snowed in for 3 months. And then in that same message, they're saying prepare lightheartedly. And I'm refreshing this because I want to turn down the fear, because some of you are receiving that message in human mode. Listen to me in soul mode. Okay. They're saying prepare lightheartedly. So when you are, if you know you're going on it's winter and the weatherman says, hey, there's a strong possibility we're going to get this blizzard and it's going to come in and you're going to be snowed in for 3 months. How crazy would that be? You'd go, wow, I'm super glad to know, to get that weather report. So you just prepare to make it as pleasant as possible and feel really good that if it happens, I'm ready, right? And I'll make the best of it. If it doesn't happen, yay! It's not that the weatherman was wrong. It was external circumstances shifted the weather pattern and we got to bypass it. That's still a possibility. It's the mandate that we will be in, that's pretty locked as far as the energies are right now. Anything could change that. So my point is, in soul mode, I want to get you past being worried about that. As long as you're prepared, you're going to be fine. Okay? My sense is there's going to be a short period of time where we're going to be required to stay in and we're going to have the supplies that we need. Whatever that event is, it doesn't matter, because I know that we're being told it's for the highest good to support us through the moving puzzle parts of the dismantle. So I'm like, all right, thanks. Awesome. My sense is once that mandate where we are required to stay in lifts, circumstances are going to be rather challenging, and hence you still got plenty of supplies. So even if you're allowed to go out, you're not struggling because things are kind of chaotic. You got enough stuff. So they're just giving us a heads up. Plan like you're going to be snowed in for 3 months and you'll be good. Not that you're going to be snowed in for 3 months. You're going to be told to stay in for a little bit, but be prepared as if it's 3 months. I hope that helps. Stay in soul mode. Okay? There's no fear there. There's just awesome. I'm ready. The other piece that I really want to focus on today at 7:15, I'm going to go 3 minutes over. Stay with me. The other piece that I really want to drive home, and I'll continue to drive these points home on Magical Mondays before we have longer time together on the final energy update in December for this year. In soul mode, there is a knowing that's coming online. If you pay attention, there is a knowing. It'll make its way into your head, but it's going to start in your heart, because that's where you operate from this higher confidence, competence, and courage. That's where your eternal knowledge is. Eternal knowledge from multiple experiences, many human and many other than human, that are all going to play a part in this human experience that you're having in this physical body as you stay in soul mode much more regularly. And here's what I want to point to today. Whatever happens outside of us, we're being told you must release your attachment to your limiting beliefs in your trust in governments. Donald Trump does not. We have also been told the light has won. The light and the dark are not dictated by the politics in the United States. Okay? The light has won in the background of this bigger picture of how Earth has been commandeered to keep the masses living the way we've been living, that has brought us to this fever pitch of insanity. The light is working behind the scenes. The light is working in you. The light is moving you to soul mode to operate the fever pitch insanity that the hijacking of this planet has finally brought us to. Donald Trump is a divine soul. He is a drop in the infinite ocean of consciousness, and he has chosen to play the ultimate part in this movie we're all living on, in this illusionary reality on Earth. When you look at it from non-physical form, he is playing the ultimate fucking asshole from many people's perspective in the dismantle. He deserves awesome respect. Could you imagine saying, okay, I'll go, I'll play that part. And anything we see in him that is disgusting and vile and evil, it's in us. And it's come out in us, just not in such public ways. We're one. We are one, dismantling the hijack of our species on this beautiful planet. We're all reclaiming it. But we have to do it through the fever pitch insanity of the personas we all crafted in our limited ability to navigate our human form on this planet on that frequency. We're all playing this game. We're all reclaiming. So it's imperative that we all give ourselves permission to really let go of our frickin' attachment, believing that the government's got to save us. Everybody, those that voted for Donald Trump are believing, oh, thank you, my savior's here. No, Kamala wasn't the savior. Trump's not the savior. The dismantle's happening. Newsflash, you are the savior. Newsflash, you are the savior. How do you save the planet? You release your attachment to this embedded fear that anything outside of us is going to heal us and fix us. That's number one, in soul mode. Number two, staying in soul mode. What's happening in your circle of influence is going to present opportunity for you to keep checking yourself on your judgment, on your hate, on your resistance to anybody being themselves in human mode on the fear frequency. Any judgment that anybody's got to be any different as they're navigating their way through this dismantle, we're going to call ourselves out from the inside out. Our biggest effect of dropping pebbles in a pond that are going to ripple to have a powerful effect on this dismantle is us operating in unconditional love, not through the mind, filtering unconditional love through our persona, but in soul mode. In soul mode, unconditional love brings a different experience into your state of being. It's not a mental concept you're trying to think your way into. It's an alignment that can only happen through the inside out. This week, that understanding from your heart chakra sending thoughts to your mind that bring this beyond a concept is on high. Your ability to perceive yourself in soul mode, in this human body that's navigating this shift between your persona into soul mode in the same body in the midst of a fever pitch dismantle, it's a challenging task. And you're not doing it alone. Your higher self, your soul mode, has been waiting for this moment to keep exploding with awareness inside of you, helping you move from operating in human mode through fear into soul mode in the same body. It's moving quickly now. So my encouragement to you today, beautiful soul, is to ask yourself the question, how attached am I? You'll feel it in your body. How attached am I to believing anything that's happening outside of me that wants to activate fear is saying, oh, fear, my teacher, remember? Anything outside of you that's activating fear is an invitation for you to say, soul mode, show me what you'll show me how to navigate this fear, because my fear is clinging to the belief that external forces are responsible for my happiness. External forces are responsible for giving me permission to be in my power. That's bullshit. And so we're bringing it to a fever pitch insanity so you can go so far inside and align with these activations to truly begin to know yourself in soul mode in the same body that's only known how to live in human form in fear mode. You're super powerful. You've got this divine competence, confidence, and courage moving through every cell of your body. Pay attention today. Ask yourself, how am I doing feeling my divine confidence? How am I doing activating my divine courage? How am I doing noticing my divine confidence leading the way. Where focus goes, energy flows. My challenge to you this week is focus on your divine confidence, competence, and courage, and let it move forward. Let it move you forward. My encouragement is check yourself. Am I in human mode or soul mode? Oh, I'm operating in fear. Check yourself. How do I move myself into soul mode? Only you can figure that out for yourself. You can't think yourself there. You have to align yourself. Show me what you'll show me and pay attention to how it's unfolding. You are so powerful. Trust your knowing and check your fear. If you're in fear, move to soul mode and let your divine competence, confidence, and courage lead the way. I love you. I believe in you. Let's do this. I'll see you next Monday if I don't see you before. Bye for now.